Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Biohacking Beauty, the podcast where we simplify the science of youthful skin aging. I'm your host, Amitai Eshel, and each week we dive into the latest biohacking strategies to help you achieve and maintain radiant, youthful skin. This podcast is brought to you by Young Goose, your trusted source for cutting edge skincare solutions. Young Goose Skincare combines the power of biohacking with advanced skincare formulations to combat the signs of aging. And our mission is to provide you with innovative products that support your skin's health and beauty from the outside in, and obviously let you know how to create it from the inside out. So let's embark on this journey to biohack your beauty. Today, we are diving deep into the science of wrinkle formation and exploring some of the things we can do, some strategies to keep those fine lines at bay. Wrinkles may seem like a natural part of aging, but really they involve a complex cascade of metabolic events at the cellular and molecular levels, which has on the, no pun intended, on the surface, has nothing to do with aging, meaning when we see a wrinkle, this wrinkle does not contribute to the aging process, neither does it deter anything from our natural aging process. It is almost like a scar that is left there by some processes that are obviously exacerbated by aging. So I wanted to take a very short recording in order to talk about that. So first and foremost, let's talk about extrinsic factors triggering oxidative stress, which we obviously spoke about extrinsic aging before on the podcast. That's another take on that. Wrinkle formation starts with extrinsic factors like UV radiation, pollution, blue light, smoking, EMFs. These factors generate reactive oxygen species, or ROS, which lead to oxidative stress. If you remember in the podcast that I had with Anastasia, my partner, we spoke about how antioxidants that are, or sunblocks that are formulated with antioxidants are doubly effective. And that is because what UV does, mostly what UV does, is generate oxidative stress. And that's a lot of the damage it actually does. So oxidative stress damages our cells' DNA. It damages proteins and damages lipids. All of that triggers inflammatory responses. These responses release something called cytokines that further harm skin cells. So they're like inflammatory markers. And this is kind of what sets the stage for wrinkle formation. ROS and inflammatory cytokines activate enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases, or MMPs, which degrade collagen and elastin. This degradation leads to a loss of skin elasticity and firmness. Another thing that actually causes the expression of MMPs is not only oxidative stress, but also some stress hormones, namely cortisol, also increases the release of MMPs. Fibroblasts, which are the cells that are responsible for producing collagen. Normally, just as a side note, fibro, they obviously create fiber, like collagen. Blasts means that these are cells that are building that. Clasts are going to be cells that are destroying that. So, for example, when we're talking about bone, we have osteoblasts, things that build bone, and osteoclasts, things that destroy bone, just like a side note. Okay, so they are responsible for producing collagen. They become less active due to DNA damage and oxidative stress. So these are cells that are relying on their DNA, the information in their DNA, to know how to function. When there is DNA damage, they function less effectively. And in general, the oxidative stress around them and within them also impairs some of their activity. One caveat is high blood sugar levels can also lead to glycation, making collagen fibers stiff and prone to breaking. That's about creation of collagen. Keratinocytes, the outermost skin cells, become less effective at forming a robust barrier, resulting in moisture loss and rough texture. Reduced production of hyaluronic acid, for example, leads to dryness and thinning of the skin. So these are some aspects that are also driven by DNA damage. The combined effect of collagen and elastin degradation results in thinner skin with reduced elasticity and resilience, leading to permanent lines and wrinkles. So we are moving our face, we're creating damage, damage with these MMPs, and our cells cannot sustain that damage. They cannot keep up. Another thing is damaged proteins and reduced cell turnover contribute to a rougher skin surface. So we damage our proteins, but also the fact that our cells renew themselves slower also contributes to those factors. So let's talk about the pathways that are involved cellularly. So several key pathways are involved in wrinkle formation. One of them is called MAPK. Another is NF-kappa-beta, and another one is TGF-beta. Okay, these pathways are activated by oxidative stress and promote inflammation and MMP activation. Now, that was a very short, as I promised. Today, we're just going to kind of look at some of these things that are driving wrinkles. And now let's talk about biohacking strategies to counteract wrinkle formation. One is antioxidant-rich diet. Obviously, I don't believe in one diet or another being the best for us as humans, but we do know what helps maintain, wrinkle-free skin. So a lot of antioxidants are very important. For example, vitamin C, vitamin E, polyphenols, they all neutralize reactive oxygen species. So the more we have of them, to some degree, obviously we don't want to we can have too many, but as long as we have a diet that's rich in antioxidants, we are going to neutralize a lot of those reactive oxygen species, or ROSs. The second thing is topical antioxidants. So when we use skincare products, we want to use skincare products that have antioxidants, such as retinoids, for example, such as vitamin C, such as NAD. That is not an antioxidant, but it helps the skin deal with the DNA damage that is caused by UV, pollution, EMFs. So when DNA damage occurs, there are about 17 different enzymes. Some of them you might know, for example, sirtuins or PARPs, that are then called to the scene and correct the damage or try to sustain the damage or maintain the damage. All of these 17 enzymes, group of enzymes, are dependent on NAD. So when they don't have enough NAD, damage accumulates. So the more NAD we have, the better. Obviously, as far as I know, Young Goose is the only brand on the market right now that has nano-sized liposomal NAD precursors that are the only ones that actually boosts NAD levels in the skin. But we're actually working on very, very soon, probably in the next year, we're going to have a more advanced version of NAD boosting in our products. Collagen supplements. As you know, I I'm not a fan of the way that collagen supplements are sold, because the claims are exaggerated. But collagen supplements are going to be broken down by your body, and these are going to be used as building blocks. These amino acids are going to be used as building blocks to then build more collagen, also more elastin. So that's very important. Hyaluronic acid supplementation. Hyaluronic acid, even though we have it in our products, hyaluronic acid is less effective as a topical product than it is as a supplement. So supplementing on hyaluronic acid, we have just released, but at the time of this recording, we've just released a podcast about ectoin. So ectoin is a little protein that structures water. Yes, the fourth stage of water. It structures water around proteins and makes sure they don't break, and it hydrates them to some extent, using that word heuristically, but it provides what we call a structured water shield, or a hydration shield around proteins like collagen and elastin. And this is a magical ingredient. So look for products with ectoin. We are integrating it in more and more products, starting August 1st, give or take. It's going to be in our youth products as well, ectoin. Red light therapy. So red light therapy is used to stimulate collagen production. It stimulates fibroblast. It lowers NF-kappa-beta, for example, which is one of the pathways that I mentioned before. It actually interacts with NF-kappa-beta, helps kind of clear out reactive oxygen species from inside cells. It's pretty cool. And also it brings more blood to the area, which is also important when we talk about having more antioxidants. Increasing cell turnover. So promoting cell turnover is super important, because the more we can promote cell turnover in a way that the body can sustain, because we can do too much of it, we are going to get better long-term. So this is really like working out cellular turnover. We can have too little, like not working out, we're going to get weaker. Same thing with our skin. We can have too much. Obviously, we can overwork ourselves. We can push ourselves too far with workouts. Very, 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 very similar to the way you work out. Your skin is going to respond in the best way when you treat yourself like an athlete. So obviously, have good rest, good nutrition, everything we spoke about before. Then we can push our skin more. What are some of these ingredients that are incredible for cellular turnover? Spermidine. Obviously, it's found in our Youth Reset Serum, Youth Daily Moisturizer. The Youth line, which is just going to become larger and larger, it's the only product right now in the world that has spermidine that is bioavailable topically. GHKCU copper peptide also increases to some extent cellular turnover, even though it is much better when injected. Not that we're telling you to inject it, but those are the facts. Retinol, for example, or bioretinol, which is a great, or any vitamin A derivative, is fantastic for cellular turnover. It's the most studied form of topical that we have, and highly recommended. Skin renewal enzymes, for example, which we have in Nia Polish, also very, very, very good for cellular turnover. Very similar to what glycolic peel would be, just in a more biomimetic fashion, because so it creates it again. It pushes the skin without creating that overstimulation. Stem cell therapy. So whether it is full body or injectables specifically to the area, stem cells, V cells, which is newer, which is blood that is irradiated with a laser, and stem cells are extracted from that. Exosomes, PRP, facials, and actually inflammatory cytokines, specific ones that can be injected into the face, all are incredible to rejuvenate and repair skin cells. So that's a very short podcast that I wanted to record today. We just wanted to go over those concepts. We've covered the intricate process of wrinkle formation, and we explored some powerful biohacking strategies to keep your skin looking youthful and vibrant. I would love it if you reached out to us, if you left a review on Apple Podcast, or you reached out to us through Instagram, through our service email, through the chat bot on our website, anything that whatever's most comfortable for you. And let us know if there is anything around that subject that you would like us to cover. We would love to do that. I would want to remind you that the key to beautiful skin is taking a holistic approach that combines the best of nature and science. That's what we're trying to do here in this podcast. Our Evo plan is for you to get the best skin of your life because you are behaving in the right way, making the right decisions, and also using Young Goose products. So thank you very much to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you here next time.